So she betrayed me. I decided to give the marriage another shot, and that's where exactly I was this close to relapse and kill my 4 months streak just to feel okay about betraying myself. Sometimes the thing is not about the thing. Sometimes these cravings are a good thing. They are warning that you are betraying yourself. Let's talk about it. So I was 4 months clean, no smoking, no nothing. And usually in this period precisely, your tolerance for bullshit lowers a lot. You become way too aware, and you get very aggressive because the shit that you used to tolerate are not okay with you anymore. And whoever quit after 1 month or two immediately notices that it's a lot, you always try to live, or not try, even you push to live in your boundaries with your standards, and that's basically what you want. That's why you originally decide to quit smoking, because this version, the smoker, is not doing you any service. So your brain kind of flushes it out slowly, and that's how you become a new version of yourself. But in my case, what happened was, she betrayed me she hid things financially, and that led to huge damage for me. And so I sat her down. We tried to talk it out, but she her refusal to cooperate led me to a conclusion that this marriage is not working. And so after 1 day or two, I dropped the D word. Told her, look, I'm divorcing, it's not working out, and I will go to my friend's place for a few days. And I did. But he was kind of in the middle, so he wanted to mediate and tell me, maybe it's just pressure, maybe it's just misunderstanding, maybe there is a small conflict here and there, but love is there among you too, so you shouldn't sacrifice that because you are both good people, right? And because it's my first and only divorce that I ever had, I didn't think it out much. But then, out of the sudden, I asked my friend for a cigarette. He refused, and I didn't insist. But I registered that moment and actually went with his advice and reconciled. But that didn't last long. A couple of weeks in, and we are already back to square one. The betrayal just kept coming back. And like I mentioned, usually before, when I used to, when this shit happens, I used to just smoke it out, just relax, smoke one, we're good to go. The next day I smoke, it's good, fine. But when you don't smoke and you want to raise your standards, it's kind of, no, let me cut the bullshit. Let me not engage in this dynamic. And I was right all along, because we ultimately divorced. But the lesson here is about the craving itself. Sometimes cravings, that's why I say smoking is an identity thing. It's an identity level addiction. It's a symptom. It's not a habit. It's not a light something chemical addiction that you do. Because sometimes it's a word, when you get to nicotine, when you get hooked onto nicotine, you kind of run your life the same way that you run a smoking habit all the time. And when I reflect on that moment, the craving wasn't about the cigarette itself. I was 4 months clean. I didn't have nicotine in my body, and I wasn't craving it a lot, almost never. But the moment that I decided to swallow bullshit that I wasn't okay with, then I actually wanted the cigarette. And when I reflect on that moment, I see clearly that this craving is not about the cigarette or the nicotine. It's about a message from the body that is telling me, careful, you are trying to betray yourself. And that's why I appreciate cravings, actually. Because whenever I get a craving right now, like right now I am on NoFap, it also has its own craving, and it's monstrous. It's like really way stronger than cigarettes, by the way. The cravings are warnings that there is something unaligned with your values, unaligned with your self-respect, unaligned with your image of yourself is about to go down. And when you think of cravings this way, your life becomes much clearer and the direction becomes way easier to follow. I don't run 3 times a week just because I have willpower or just because I want to become a marathon runner. I ran before I became a marathon runner because I wanted to. This is aligned with who I am, who I think I am. Smoking is the opposite of that. So the next time you get a craving, ask yourself, what is this craving is trying to tell me? What am I lying to myself about? What boundaries am I allowing to breach? What part of me is being lost in the action I'm about to take or I took before? And that's how you increase clarity in your life. That's it for me today. Stay safe and take care.